The Space Wolves are alone in this galaxy. They fought the World Eaters on Armageddon and suffered heavy losses. They fought their supposed allies, the Grey Knights, and Inquisition, in the orbit above their homeworld and suffered heavy losses. And eventually, they watched as Fenris burned to ash. The Space Wolves will die alone in this galaxy, but not without a fight. I am Tycho, the Child of Chaos, here to bring you a battle of epic violence. Tak is going full hero hammer here as he takes the new Logan Grimnar, Arjac Rockfist, and Njal Stormcaller into battle for the very first time.
Really excited to play Space Wolves again. They have a special place in my heart, and Armageddon has a special place in my heart as one of my favorite war zones. We're here with Jordan to reenact a little bit of Armageddon, where the World Eaters are taking on the Space Wolves.
Jordan has recently been taking the World Eaters to tournaments and brings a hard-hitting force that will show no mercy.
Today I brought the Berserker Warband, which will look a lot different than the last time I brought it. We're running a lot more Berserkers today, which is more on theme of what the Berserker Warband is supposed to be, and I'm very excited to show it off.
Khorne will be very pleased at this absolutely vicious Berserker Warband force. A Demon Prince of Khorne with the enhancement Helm of Brazen Ire will fly solo, while Karn the Betrayer looks to unleash his rage. Lord Invocatus leads another squad of Khorne Berserkers, and a Master of Executions with the enhancement Berserker Glaive leads a third squad of Berserkers. Leading some 8-bound, a Slaughterbound with the enhancement Favored of Khorne. And a second unit of 8-bound will be leaderless. There are 2 Chaos Rhinos to deliver the World Eaters to where the fight is happening, and 2 Forge Fiends. Khorne has learned to shoot, and he likes it. And lastly, a squad of Jackals.
One new thing that the World Eaters have been given in the Codex is shooting. If Tak's not prepared, he's in for a big surprise.
That's a lot of angry, all the angry.
Logan Grimnar is back. He's not on a sleigh, but he's ready to slay. That's good, right? I'm so excited for this list because I've got Logan Grimnar, I've got the new Arjac, and I've got the new, forgive me on the pronunciation of this, Njal, the Stormcaller? Njal?
Games Workshop made tax month when they announced the Space Wolves were getting a refresh, and we were all very thankful they sent us the new models and codex a little early. This Space Wolves list is completely motivated by putting down all the new sculpts, and Tak is especially curious about what the new characters can do. We got the new stuff, we're gonna play with the new stuff!
Leading the Space Wolves in my list is Logan Grimnar.
Logan Grimnar, the Great Wolf, is the chapter master of the Space Wolves, and he enters the fray with his trusted wolves, Tirnak and Fenrir, and will lead a squad of 5 Wolf Guard Terminators.
Leading Terminators is Arjac Rockfist. I've got Njal, the Stormcaller, leading some Blood Claws because he gives them auto advance 6. I've got a Wolf Guard battle leader with that devastating Thunderhammer leading a squad of Grey Hunters. I've got 2 Wolf Priests, both leading Headtakers. One will be double weapons, the other one is weapon and shield.
There's an Iron Priest, probably looking to bless one of Tak's 2 tanks each round.
For a bit of balance and not to have a full melee list, I do have 2 shooting pieces. I've got the Repulsor Executioner, and I've got a Whirlwind.
Big thank you to me and Mitchell for painting up those Space Wolves. We did a fantastic job, Mitchell. We did a fantastic job.
Not only is this a special time for Space Wolves players, but for PlayOn. We've recently just hit 500,000 subscribers. Cannot thank everyone enough for the support. You guys all keep us going, and we are going to do this for many more years, hopefully with that support.
Tak is not only bringing out all of the new models, but a new detachment as well. With Saga of the Bold, a Space Wolf's character unit can re-roll a hit roll, wound roll, or damage roll, but if Tak can complete 3 separate boasts, then all his units can re-roll a hit roll, a wound roll, and a damage roll. The Berserker Warband detachment rule, Relentless Rage, will infuse every World Eaters unit that has made a charge move with more power. The mission for this battle is take and hold. From the second battle round onwards, the players can score 5 points for each objective they hold to a maximum of 15 per turn.
The mission is take and hold. We're playing on Hammer and Anvil.
And no twist today.
But I have Sagas I need to complete. I need to kill an auto moment target. Then that same unit needs to kill another auto moment target. Or a character unit from the second battle round onward has to take a no man's land objective or an objective outside of my deployment zone. And then the final one is I need a character unit in your deployment zone. Usually what I see from Jordan is a lot of staging turn 1.
I really like the changes that have come with the Codex. We are more of a board control army now. We have a lot more options, and because our full detachment isn't being held up by Angron and the Exalted 8-Bound, we have a lot more options to explore.
Before a proper crumpin', you need a battlefield, and this one is brought to you by Frontline Gaming. The mat and orc terrain are from them, and you will see us use their terrain in many of our battles. We encourage you to check out their catalog for all your gaming needs, and if you use the affiliate link in the description, it helps us too. Speaking of help, did you know that Frontline Gaming was one of the first companies to believe in play on tabletop and have sponsored us from year 1 on? We've had a great time attending Frontline Gaming events like the Bay Area Open and LVO, and now we want to be part of the events. This upcoming LVO in October, Play on Tabletop is hosting a King of the Coliseum tournament on the Sunday, and we are planning more events with them. So I encourage you to check out LVO 2025. Let's see you there. Now, back to the game.
Two close combat forces going at each other, but we both brought some shooting pieces. Your new shooting pieces are fantastic.
Forge Fiends are silly, and I'm looking forward to showing them off today.
I have Logan Grimnar leading some Terminators. They're in Deep Strike Reserve. I've got Arjac with Terminators also in Deep Strike Reserve. Headtakers with a Wolf Priest going inside of my Repulsor Executioner.
For me, I have a Forge Fiend in Reserves, 10-man Berserker unit with Karn in one Rhino, and I have a 10-man Berserker unit with the Master of Executions in another Rhino.
Attacker Defender.
Ugh.
I rolled a 2, you choose.
I'll have you deploy first.
A Whirlwind touching my back objective. My Iron Priest is going to babysit my Whirlwind.
Lord Invocatus and 10 Berserkers. Mr. Prince.
Is he fresh? Blood cost. Repulsor Executioner has deployed in the middle, within 3 of the Tech Marine.
The Rhino with the Master of Executions is getting deployed next.
My last drop here is my Grey Hunters.
Forge Fiend, Forge Friend. Rhino with Karn and the boys. 8-Bound and the Slaughterbound. That is deployment.
Would you like to go first or second?
I like to go second, always.
I always like to go second as well. And I would really, really, really like to go second in this one.
I hope you fail immediately. I rolled a 3.
I can roll lower than that. That's the thing I can do. I also
We're
rolled
evenly matched. 5.
Ooh. I'm going second.
Excellent. All right. Well, good luck.
Good luck to you.
Before the first battle round, we've got some things to do. Jordan scouts forward with the 8-Bound. Tak needs to elect quarries for his Headtakers, and he elected the Demon Prince for his double weapon Headtakers, and the Lord Invocatus led Berserkers for his Headtakers with shields.
Off, we're going to see what Khorne is going to bless us with. And it looks like whatever we want, because we got double 5s.
Total carnage for a fight on death and martial excellence for sustained hits 1 in mid-league.
We'll draw some cards.
For tactical secondaries, Jordan has pulled Sabotage and Engage on all fronts.
Khorne wants War Chores.
Jackals use their ability Objective Ravaged to, as we call it, sticky Jordan's home objective. Into the first movement phase, and the Demon Prince starts us off with a big advance onto that top objective.
Scooch this 8-Bound, so he'll be within 3 of Mr. Demon Prince. Give him a blown up. Rhino, Tokyo Drift.
Forge Fiend could move out, but risks the repulsor in that big old cannon, taking it out if Jordan is not careful. Just a lot of subtle small moves by the world leaders. You can see them raring to go, but Jordan knows his patience will pay off when there are points to be had. Not yet, Khorne, not yet.
8-Bound are going to Sabotage. I think that is a turn.
That was a quick turn 1 for Jordan. Sabotage is ongoing, and he scores 1 point on Engage on all fronts. Sabotage can score at the end of Tak's turn, so Jordan is aiming for 4 points out of battle round 1.
You want to play the game, or you just gonna do that?
I have corn in my teeth.
Both players to 2 command points.
Card number 1 is...
Tack pulls Assassination and Extend Battle Lines.
I got Assassination and Extend Battle Lines. That gets my troops in trouble. Yep, I see him. I see him.
Come get him.
My other moment will be the Doom Prince.
Iron Priest gives the gift of Iron Wolf to the Whirlwind, and I'll give it Rapid Fire 1.
There is no other command phase stuff, so we're going to move on to the movement phase. If you don't mind, Jordan, could you move me 13 inches forward?
Njal Stormcaller gives the Blood Claws auto advance 6, and they move 13 inches towards the Demon Prince. They inherently have advance and charge. Headtakers want a big advance here to get onto the bottom objective. Who knew?
So that's an 8. They actually can't get there. That Forge Fiend makes it really hard for me to come out and play. I'm going to just take my Grey Hunters.
Grey Hunters shuffle sideways.
Can Logan Grimnar make a 9-inch charge into Demon Prince?
Logan Grimnar now using his High King of Fenris ability to allow coming out of reserves as being 1 turn higher than it normally is, and he brings himself into the fight.
So there's another key piece to that pie. Why I'm doing this is because he has an aura of 12 inches that makes all command point usage for my opponent +1. Doesn't make the charge, at least it's going to cost you extra command points to do anything. And if Logan makes this charge, that Demon Prince is toast.
Into the shooting phase, and the new Terminators spin up the assault cannon, targeting the Demon Prince.
Oath of Moment. Detachment ability, Saga the Bull. That is a character unit. I can reroll 1 wound roll. That is not. Nope, just 1 save. 2 up.
1 shot gets through. Logan Grimnar Stormbolter. Oh no.
Blood Claws. Njal, with his ability, he gives the unit assault, so that means assault pistols. We're going to supercharge the plasma pistol, because why not? Njal, with his living lightning, is also going to go focus witchfire. Just gives me extra shots.
Blood Claws firing pistols at the Demon Prince. Oh, nothing gets through. Njal now, and he scores 2d6 shots. He called for lightning, and it ended up being a sort of a soft summer shower instead. No damage.
That didn't work.
Whirlwind now. Tack could get lucky and take out Jordan's 8-bound, doing sabotage. That would be a big point swing.
How many tries do I get? Not like that. Hitting on 4s.
Ooh, it's a wounded, but still very much alive 8-bound.
You know what? We don't want to do this in the shooting phase. We want to do this in glorious close combat.
Logan and his Terminators need a 9-inch. Ooh, it's a fail.
I know I'm notorious at failing charges, but today's a new day.
Tack spending a command point on command reroll.
We are going to howl at the moon.
Good at
Woo. Woo is not a howl. A woo?
It's higher, but still fails.
New day, same story. Now we're going to go to the Blood Claws. The Blood Claws are going to go into your Demon Prince.
Blood Claws are in, and we've got ourselves a fight.
We go into the fight phase.
Chain Swords will have a tough time with that high toughness, so Tack spends a command point on Inspiring Presence to give the Blood Claws units lethal hits.
Hitting on 3s, but lethals on 6s. And other moment. What's the first roll of the Jordan School?
Roll good.
We're going to try that.
Module 2, which is don't let your opponent roll good.
How do you stop your opponent from rolling good?
Just do it. Well, that's 10 wounds. That's all you need. 3s. I'll take 5 damage.
Ooh.
Down to 4.
You're telling me there's a chance. Here comes the power weapon.
4. 1 damage. Down to 3.
All right, Njal, be the hero. Nope. 2 go back in for sustained. I need 5s.
Tack using the Hero's All Detachment ability to reroll a wound roll.
4 saves total at AP 1 that do D3 damage each.
The 3s. I think it's worth trying to save him, so I'm going to spend his once per battle round free CP and then 1.
Jordan uses the Demon Prince's Direct to Slaughter to reduce the command point cost of the stratagem by 1. That is countered by Logan Grimnar's aura of Guile of the Wolf.
Into a fail. So 2 go through.
That's 2d3 damage. Tack just has to roll average.
5s pluses in order for me to knock out your Demon Prince.
Because I reduced damage by 1.
You can do it, buddy. I believe. 1 each.
So he is alive on 1.
Okay. That's adoring. The Demon Prince is alive.
My Demon Prince has survived on 1 wound, and now we get to clap back and make Tack sad.
This is gonna hurt.
Now the Demon Prince can make the Blood Claws pay. Wow! 8 Blood Claws go down, hacked, slashed, and plucked from the battlefield.
I've got 2 Blood Claws left, and y'all. Luckily, that's just enough for me to hold that point. I will score extend battle lines. Demon Prince is down to 1 wound remaining for assassination.
Jordan also completes sabotage. The score is thus tied 4-4.
Not a great first turn, not a bad first turn. Thorn comes first.
Going into turn 2, and I have a bunch of juicy targets to start munching on. I guess we don't munch in World Eaters. Do we? We're gonna start eating Tax World.
Blessings of Khorne will be martial excellence again, and decapitating strikes, which gives his units devastating wounds against infantry.
Go up a command point to 2, and my Demon Prince one will reset.
I get 1 command point.
I'm gonna draw some secondaries, and they're going to be
Jordan pulls Established Locus and Storm Hostile Objective.
Established Locus, so Khorne wants us to do more chores, but he's starting to feel the bloodlust and gave us Storm a Hostile Objective, which there is one right in front of us.
Battle Shock test on the Demon Prince. Ooh, it fails! Jordan scores 5 points on primary for that stickied home objective. Score is 9 for World Eaters. Space Wolves 4 with very doable secondaries in hand. This could be a good turn for Jordan.
I would like all of this to die.
All of what to die? My entire army?
Like that. Just that.
Okay, you're not being greedy.
We have some big juicy targets in front of us. Our Demon Prince lived on 1 wound, just like we planned. This game is going very well. This is how I want to play. I want to be trading back and forth, controlling the board, making attack come to me, and then punching him in the face. You do have Terminators in a Deep Strike that I have to consider. These 8-bound are just going to move 10.
Into the movement phase, and here comes some forward pressure on that top objective.
Karn and the boys are going to get out of Rhino. They had a pool party before the game, but it was a blood pool party. That is why they are more red than the rest of my army.
He is using Apoplectic Frenzy on them so they can advance and charge, and does it for no command points with the Demon Prince's ability.
So they're not very motivated.
It's 1. Jordan's now using a command point on a reroll.
So the amount of times I've rolled a 1 into a 1 on an advance is now in the double digits, and it's unfortunate.
Chaos Rhino pivots and touches its center objective.
And he'll do the Established Locus.
Forge Fiend stomps forward with its guns trained on the Terminators.
Shooting phase. So we're just going to Establish Locus in the middle. Demon Prince has a pistol, so showing off the new stuff. And I do believe they are in rapid fire range.
Ooh, Bloodclaw dies in shooting while in engagement. Jordan electing not to shoot the Forge Fiend, as TAC will put Terminators from the front and make that charge a lot harder.
That concludes the shooting phase.
Time for the Khorne phase.
I only have 1 command point, and Logan has the Vectora, so if I fail the charge, I won't have enough command points to reroll it. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I have a new plan.
8-bound, charge into Njal and the lone Bloodclaw.
It's a 6, so that'll go in. We're going to charge Njal's unit with the Berserkers in such a way that when the 8-bound kill them, I'll be able to pile into Logan's unit with at least Karn, and he can do some real damage on the charge.
8-bound, first to fight.
The 8-bound have a aura of +1 to hit non-monster vehicles.
Ugh.
They will have 18 attacks because they charged.
Ugh.
We will be hitting on 2s with sustained. We'll be strength 10 on the charge, so we'll be wounding on 2s. The 6s are devastating. Okay, well, that probably just does it.
Yep, 100%. Njal has called his last storm.
Karn can now pile towards the Terminators, and he can reach.
Nobody else is going to be able to make it.
This is a fight.
He is the only one, but alone he could be enough.
So Karn hits on 2s and gets to reroll 1s because he's leading a unit with sustained. Strength 9 on the charge.
-1 to wound me.
6s are dev and rerolling wounds of 1 as well because Karn's just a cool guy. AP 2, and these are 3 damage each.
I will take it on the Storm Shield in the back because he won't be able to fight this turn anyway. I can take 2 at a time because he has 4 wounds. So 4 up invulns. I make them both.
Oh, that's 1 Terminator down.
Other Storm Shield.
2 Terminator down.
Second Storm Shield dead. 1 more Storm Shield. No, he has 1 wound remaining. Well, there's pieces of that person everywhere. Missing an arm, he's missing a leg, he's missing a head. Terminators get to pile.
TAC spending a command point here on Champion's Guidance. Gives that unit full rerolls to hit.
If I get real lucky here, Terminators knock out quite a few Berserkers, and Logan can mop up the rest.
There are Lightning Claw attacks, Power Weapon attacks, and Power Fist attacks. 5 Berserkers succumb to the onslaught. Logan Grimnar now, and he elects for the strike. 2 more Berserkers laid low. Tyrannak and Fenrir deal 1 more wound. That was bloody awesome.
Didn't even reach Karn. But that's okay, they are maimed, and hopefully they burn next turn.
Jordan scores 2 for Established Locus and 4 for Storm Hostile Objective with the Death of Njal and the Blood Claws. It is 15 for the World Eaters and 4 for the Space Wolves as we head into Tax turn 2.
I still have Assassination, so I'm only going to pull 1 secondary.
Tax still has Assassinate ongoing and has pulled Recover Assets.
In order for this detachment to work, I need to complete Sagas, and I haven't completed any yet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Oath the Moment the Berserkers, so I'm able to complete at least one of the Sagas, which is your hide as a trophy. Hopefully get that train running, hopefully complete my Sagas before the end of the game so I can actually use my detachment rule.
The Iron Priest again gifts the Whirlwind Rapid Fire 1. No battle shocks to take, and Tack will score 5 primary points for his home objective. Tack has 9 points total, and Recover Assets should be doable.
Move on to the movement phase.
Into the movement phase, and Tack now has to work to ensure a Forge Fiend does not enter his home zone and get shots on his assets.
So Iron Priest is going to make an advance. He's very motivated. He rolled a 5. Iron Priest is on the bottom floor, but in that corner. So Grey Hunters are going to recover assets. Out of Deep Strike comes my Terminators.
Arjac Rockfist with his Terminators Deep Strike onto that bottom objective.
Then we go into the shooting phase.
Into the shooting phase now, and we have actions. Terminators will recover assets, and the Grey Hunters will recover assets as well.
Then we are going to shoot the Executioner at the Rhino that's empty. This is a damned if you do or damned if you don't moment. That Rhino is on an objective. I know the World Eaters have that 1 command point to be able to stick an objective with a unit that has just died on an objective, so there's no way I can take that objective away from them.
Here comes the Laser Destroyer. Ooh, 7 damage. Gatling gun deals 2. Can the rocket pod finish it off? Kaboom! Yes, it can.
Do we explode? We do not. I'm going to spend a command point.
Jordan spends 1 command point on Blood Offering and Sticky's the center objective. Even in death, that Rhino does serve corn.
It's a really good strategy.
It's a really good strategy. It creates a lot of dilemmas for your opponent.
Whirlwind now will keep trying for those 8-bound. Saves them all, but he fails Battle Shock.
Because if I kill them and I don't lose that many Terminators, then I consolidate, I take that objective. That is all that she wrote. Combat, you get to go first.
My Berserker will pile in to Mr. Terminator, and we'll start with him.
Let's see if that vaunted Terminator armor can hold up.
So we're a lot less powerful on the charge, or not on the charge. So we're gonna have 4 attacks. We're gonna be hitting on 2s because the 8-bound are nearby, and rerolling 1s because of Karn. So I'll hit. I am strength 4, so winning on 5s. Nothing from the Chain Blade. 6 Eviscerator attacks, 2s with 2 sustained, so winning on 3s. 3s to 4s, oh yeah, because of the -1 damage, and 6s are still devastating.
Oh man.
2 devastating wounds, and then 5 AB2s.
So let's see if I can save my Terminators. At this point, they're all, these are 2 damage each, right? So 4 ups.
There we go.
Yep, so you kill 1, and 1 has a wound left.
All right, so now we have Karn.
Karn could finish this all by himself.
4 AP2s, and these are 3 damage each.
So I need 1 of my Terminators here to stand on his head, otherwise Logan's about to take a lot of damage.
Tack has to make enough saves here.
Nope. You kill the 2 Terminators.
Oh no, that's would kill Logan too.
Grimnar dies from the devastating wounds. So I will have to use my 1 and only command point, and I need a 4 here.
Tack spending a command point to reroll and a clutch save. Logan has 3 wounds remaining, but all of his Terminator entourage is no more.
I've got a chance to complete my Saga.
And he gets to fight me back.
The Grey Wolf strikes back.
He will do his strike, 6 attacks, rerolling.
All the Berserkers succumb to the King of Fenris. What a royal showing.
Now Tarnak and Fenrir are going to try to bite your ankles off.
Tarnak, Fenrir, claw and bite at Karn. Saves failed, and Karn has 3 wounds remaining.
So we're both on 3 wounds. It's kind of fun.
That is kind of fun.
But that does complete your Saga, because you killed a Oath of Moment target on an objective with a character unit.
I need to complete 2 more for my Saga to now work on my entire army.
With a most complete tax enhancement on the Wolf Priest Skjald, will give him a command point.
I'm really going to have to force TAC to come out and push, and that is exactly what I want with this World Leaders list, because when he does that, I will be there for the counterpunch.
This is a fierce battle. Who will come out on top in this duel? TAC completes recover assets for 3 points and decides to ditch assassinate after failing to kill a character for 2 turns in a row. No challenger card as the score remains close. World Leaders 15 to Space Wolves 12.
There is still a lot of fight left in both these lists.
Battle round 3. I will go to 2 command points.
I also have 2.
Blessings of Corn time. The World Leaders are blessed with total carnage and warp blades. That's fight on death and lethal hits in melee. I think that tank is in trouble. Jordan pulls Bring It Down and Assassinate. A great secondary draw again, all killing for Corn.
Apparently, Module 5 in Jordan's masterclass on how to play Warhammer is to draw good cards, and he just did that. That was the perfect draw for you.
All planned. It's going to be a bloody turn, and Corn's going to be happy. So my Battle Shock on my 8-bound go away. I owe you a Battle Shock on my Demon Prince, who is now Brave.
Big primary points for Jordan. Sticky no objective in his home zone and the middle, and 1 objective on the top of the map, and that's a big 15 points. The World Leaders score jumps to 30, a commanding lead to the Space Wolves 12.
Let's go kill a tank.
Into the movement phase, and it looks to be a go turn for World Leaders.
And our Demon Prince has 1 wound. It isn't very long for this world, and he gets dev wounds on the charge. So he's also going to try his hand at killing a tank. Our Forge Friend is going to move forward onto the objective.
I don't think Logan Grimnar is long for this world.
Karn is falling back. Jordan is going to take down Logan Grimnar in the shooting phase, it looks like. I wonder how Karn feels about that.
Logan is going to stand there and be brave.
Slaughterbound unit's going to advance, so they're moving 12.
Jordan spending a command point on Apoplectic Frenzy, and the Berserkers with the Lord and Vacatus can advance and charge.
Thanks to Vacatus' new ability, when he's leading a unit, they can go through walls.
Chaos Rhino advances. Second Forge Fiend must come in, and TAC has zoned out pretty well here. It's going to have to come in pretty far back.
So let's go into the shooting phase.
Shooting phase, and it's time for the Forge Fiends.
Let's do Forge Friend number 1 into Logan.
All right, Logan's got to stand on his head here.
All right, so this is going to be 3d3. So these are 8 attacks. They're hitting on 4s. Because you are the closest eligible target, I get full hit rerolls.
Ectoplasma cannons into Logan Grimnar.
So any one of these fails is a dead Grimnar. It's about time. I roll all 4s.
Yeah.
Here we go. Going for the spike. No, not even close.
The Great Wolf is evaporated. Nothing could remain after that barrage.
Yep, that's an assassinate. Logan is dead.
Forge Friend number 2 is going to shoot the Executioner.
Second Forge Fiend managed to do 3 damage to the Repulsor Executioner, 13 wounds left. Into the charge phase here, and the World Leaders are in prime positions.
If he can manage to fail some of these charges, my tank may survive.
8-bound are going to charge the Executioner. We rolled an 8.
Corn wants it.
Corn wants it. So the next and most important charge is these guys into here. So I need a 7. That is a 7. Minimum effort.
Yeah, minimum effort.
Let's go.
The Invocatus-led Berserkers, they reach the Terminators.
No, the Demon Prince needs a 6. 6. That's a 4. So we will use his free strat ability. He's probably dead anyway. Into a 7.
That's not good for me.
Oh, like I like to say on this channel, fun is a zero-sum game.
This is a tough call. Berserkers are so good. Invocatus has a ton of attacks, but my Terminators are absolutely toast if I don't get my Headtakers in as well. I'm spending 1 command point.
He's gonna do it. Command point on Heroic Intervention.
The Headtakers are gonna try for your Berserkers. If I get a big number here, I get a lot of Headtakers in. There we go, that's an 11.
Let's see if the gamble pays off.
I don't know if this is a good move, but it's a move.
Invocatus and Berserkers pile in to start the violence. Jordan is forced to split his attacks into Terminators and Headtakers. Eviscerator into the Terminators. Tak loses a Terminator. Chain Glaives. Here they go. Another Terminator succumbs. Tak lays them flat for now as Arjac gives the unit fight on death. The Berserkers and Invocatus fight into the Headtakers now.
One Eviscerator, so hitting on 3s with lethal and sustained.
One has 1 wound remaining.
25 chainsword attacks.
Yep. Jordan count out his dice here, and now I'm thinking it might have been a mistake to heroically intervene. We'll see if this was a good idea or not.
After the dust settles, a single Headtaker remains alongside the Wolf Priest.
That was rough. 5 Headtakers. 5. That's a 6-man unit. So I've got 2 Terminators that have succumbed. Let's see if they fight on death.
Terminators can fight back before they go. Oh, no. Nope. No glory to be had here. 8-bound now try and take out the Repulsor Executioner.
But we have lethal and sustained, 2 sustained. These are strength 10, so we're winning on 5s. And so 6 AP 2s.
5 pluses. Did 10 damage.
Barely survives. 3 wounds left. The Demon Prince could do it.
3 devastating wounds.
Okay, so you got him. All right, so the Demon Prince has knocked my poor tank into oblivion.
Tank down! Headtakers spill out and the tank does not explode. One Headtaker bonks his head on the way out, takes a wound.
And I'm gonna fight you back. Paul, so Arjac is going to come join the fray. So we're gonna fight with the Terminators first because you can't pull Avocado. This is into the Berserkers that are being led by the Invocatus. So I'm gonna spend 1 command point here before I start attacking with my Terminators on Champion's Guidance so I can re-roll my hits. You know what, we're just gonna go with the Mastercrafted Power Weapon. Hitting on 3s. Can I hit you more? I can hit you more. Wounding on 3s. Pop. All right, I've got 3 of them. AP 2, flat 2.
Kill 3.
Awesome. Off to a good start. Then I've got the Power Fist in there.
Lose 1 more.
This is the one I've been waiting for, the Relic Great Axe. There's 1 devastating in there. Saga reroll. That's 2 devastating and 1 save to make.
Fail it. So I've lost 5 so far.
Then we've got Arjac. This is who I'm really excited to fight with. Foe Hammer. Anti-monster 3, anti-vehicle 3, and precision. You are a character unit, so I can reroll the hit roll and the wound roll. So 4 into the Berserkers.
I lose 1 more. Yep. So that's I lost 8.
Okay, then we go with the Headtakers. And they have devastating precision against their quarry, which this is their quarry. 1.
Damage.
Damage 2.
Kills a guy.
Wolf Priest himself fighting in. So there's a devastating in there. 2 at AP 1.
1 goes through.
So that kills the last Berserker, and then 2 devastating wounds onto the Invocatus. Yeah, there was a shot at taking down Invocatus here, but sadly, we'll have to do it next turn. I'm not going to pile in so that I can charge him later.
Great turn for the World Eaters, and their aggression is rewarded. 4 points for Bring It Down, 5 points for Assassination. Jordan has 20 points on primary, 19 points in secondaries. That's a great turn 3 score, 39 points. Tak trails at 12. He's got some catch up to do. The Space Wolves are now poised for their counter-attack with their enemy right in front of them. Tak could have a fantastic turn, a huge clapback, and throw these Berserkers into the nether.
I expect to lose a lot on his turn, but our counterpunch is probably going to be the nail in the coffin for the Space Wolves today.
My turn for violence, hopefully. What I really want is no prisoners. I'm going to manifest this. I need no prisoners, or I need secure.
Tak needs a great secondary draw here. He's trying to coax the cards to give him a fighting chance. He pulls storm hostile objective and behind enemy lines. 1 is good, the other not so much.
Tak secondaries this turn were not great, so he has to push super hard now, which is exactly what I want.
What's going to happen here is I'm going to return a Headtaker to this unit because of the Wolf Priest. This one still has his 1 wound. Then we're going to Oath the Moment the 8-bound.
These ones are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they are in my lines and annoying.
Headtakers pass Battle Shock. Tak will score 10 points on primary, 5 points on his home objective, and 5 for the ones held by the Terminator. With that, the Terminators have earned another boast, completing Hold the Line, and Tak gains another command point.
Still behind. That's okay. We'll win this in later turns. Means I've got 2 Sagas. I need 2 more. Unfortunately, they are overrun their position, which is be in your deployment zone, or slay them all. A unit that kills an Old-to-Moment target has to kill a second Old-to-Moment target. Yeah. This is the plan. Kill the Demon Prince in shooting, pass the quarry for the Headtakers over to the 8-bound, and this will be perfect.
Headtaker, Wolf Priest, take control of that center objective away from the World Eaters. That will be Storm hostile objective.
My Grey Hunters are coming out to play. That way. They get an unfeelable charge. Iron Priest is just gonna, because he's already done his job, he can get a shot on the Demon Prince. We go into the shooting phase.
Terminators and Arjac target Lord Invocatus. Arjac Rockfist whips his mighty hammer at the Lord.
And we're actually gonna whip it at Lord Invocatus, because he can do that.
It misses.
Ah, you didn't let my hammer do anything?
Assault cannon now, and it has devastating. Lord Invocatus down to 4 wounds remaining.
My Grey Hunters are gonna blast into Invocatus, because if I don't need to do it in melee, I'm not gonna do it in melee.
Shoot! Ooh, it's a lot of shots. Invocatus down to 2 wounds. Plasma pistol. Nope, that missed. Headtaker pistols into the Demon Prince. Ooh, and these will have devastating wounds. Oh, no, that's nothing from the Headtakers.
We are going to take a focused Hellfrost shot from my Iron Priest into your Demon Prince. There we go, hitting on a 2. That is a hit. I need that on the wounding. Wounding on a 5.
Ooh. Whirlwind. Now, Storm Bolters and Vengeance Launcher.
Into the Demon Prince.
TAC elects not to shoot the Hunter Killer.
4 shots with a Storm Bolter. This is what's gonna do it. Hit you 3 times. Wounding on 6s. Okay.
The Whirlwind Vengeance Launcher shooting now. Oh, no wounds. A dramatic failure in the shooting round for TAC.
And the Demon Prince is alive. I cannot pass the quarry over. You know what? That's okay. We want to do this in close combat. So we go to the charge phase.
The Space Wolves can make up for things if they make their charges. Headtakers into Lord Invocatus. Grey Hunters also into Invocatus. Terminators, big charge into the Chaos Rhino. Ooh, it's too big. That pulls TAC off the objective. Headtakers charge into the Demon Prince and 8-bound.
You have 2 command points, you can interrupt.
TAC electing Headtakers first as Jordan has the command points to counter-offensive here. 3 Headtakers into the Prince and 3 Headtakers and a Priest into the 8-bound. He spends a command point on Champion's Guidance to get reroll to hits against the Prince. Each Headtaker in that unit has 6 attacks. In a flurry of chainsaws, the Demon Prince is down. He does not thrash.
Headtakers into the 8-bound.
Here comes the remaining Headtakers into the 8-bound. 8-bound are also killed. TAC elects Karn as their next quarry. Next to fight is the Headtakers on Lord Invocatus.
And these are wounding on 5s, 4s, but 6s are devastating. There's 1 set of devastating in there, 2 damage.
Ooh, and that does it. Lord is dead. Oh, dead.
They can make a pile move. Now I get to do a couple cheeky paladin moves onto that center objective. So they just want to touch that objective. Are capable of being battle shocked, so I might not hold it. However, then in the fight phase, I'm also going to activate the Grey Hunters, and they can also consolidate 13. We'll see on there.
Terminators now look to take down the Rhino.
So, Power Fist into Rhino, winning on 5s. That is 2.
5 ups. Both go through.
It's 4 damage so far.
Okay, is that 6?
Okay. Mastercrafted Power Weapon. Everything hits. 5s. 1. AP 2.
5 up. We're okay.
Relic Great Axe.
Or like relic nerf axe.
Saga. It hits. No, that's a damage 3 weapon. That's why I did it there. Now we go with Arjac. Arjac is going to use his full hammer, hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s because this is anti-monster and anti-vehicle 3s. Roll 3 1s. Oh, Jordan, that was my roll. There we go.
5s. Both go through.
Oh, no save. The Rhino does go down after all, with the minimum effort from Arjac. 10 whole Berserkers and the Master of Execution spill out.
Pylon, you'll have to go into them, and I don't think you want to.
Nope.
Okay.
feeling a lot better about my home zone.
Great clapback from Tak and the Space Wolves. Tak scores 4 points on Storm Hostile Objective, and that takes his score to 26. World Eaters, though, are a full 13 points ahead. Ooh, my favorite number. With a second wave of attacks incoming.
Now the rest of the World Eaters are coming at me, and this is gonna hurt.
I'm gonna roll some blood dice.
Time to be blessed by Khorne again. Jordan choosing Total Carnage and Martial Excellence.
No prisoners, okay.
Okay,
And area now, all right.
that is perfect again for Jordan. He just has to go up the gut and kill everything.
I've been really working hard on Module 5, which is draw good cards.
Okay.
And as you can see,
Yeah, it's working out really well for you.
so well. And then Module 6, of course, is don't let your opponent draw good cards, which I think we're also implementing.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good there.
No battle shocks. And Jordan scores 5 points for his home objective and 5 for the top objective. 10 points primary.
Let's get this first started.
The World Eaters do have the ability to melt everything on the table. I'm gonna need my shields to come out clutch here, or else the game might be over.
Can they survive this final onslaught from the World Eaters? Jordan using a command point again on Apoplectic Frenzy. That will give the Berserkers options.
That is my move phase.
Shooting phase, and oh boy, here comes a Forge Fiend.
Forge Friend number 1 is going to shoot Headtakers, 3d3 blast. Great start.
2 command points here. Finally get to use this really interesting stratagem. The stratagem is Heroic Resolve, and I mitigate that damage by 1.
I will have full hit rerolls.
4 of them that are in cover.
The dust settles, and 4 Headtakers were taken out.
That still hurt.
So I'm going to spend 1 command point.
Jordan using the command point on grenades from Karn. Hot dice from Jordan, 5 mortal wounds, and a single Headtaker stands before the Wolf Priest with a single wound left.
The violence will not stop until morale improves. Forge Friend number 2 is going to shoot the Terminators.
I'm -1 to wound all those Terminators, and I've got a 4-up invuln. Of course, each one of these is a dead Terminator.
Terminators fall.
Arjac has 6 wounds, so if he doesn't block any of these, he just dies.
Arjac also falls.
So it turns out Forge Fiends are really good. Who would have thought? World Eater shooting.
Arjac just died to shooting.
Charge phase. Jordan looks to put the nail in the coffin here. Karn is in. Slaughterbound and 8-bound reach the Grey Hunters and the Headtakers in a multi-charge. Berserkers also multi-charge and make it. Start of the fight phase, and Jordan is electing to use the Slaughterbound's once per battle ability, Possessed Lord. And that gives him 3 more attacks and devastating wounds. He's going for the best kill. He's going for overkill.
Karn.
He lobs off all the heads of that Headtaker unit. Berserkers will activate and split their attacks.
2 chain blades into the Grey Hunters.
Jordan spends his last command point on Hack and Slash and ups the armor penetration of their attacks.
Be hitting on 3s with sustain.
1 falls. Master of Execution has precision and goes after the Wolf Priest.
Wolf Priest, does he live? 1 wound remaining, and then the dead wound will come.
The 8-bound and Slaughterbound can mop up the entire center here.
2 8-bound and the Slaughterbound into the Grey Hunters, and we're going to put 1 8-bound into the Headtakers. The Headtaker one first.
Kill 1, and 1 has 1 wound remaining.
Grey Hunters hitting on.
All the Grey Hunters are dead. The Wolf Guard battle leader does have fight on death.
He wants to make a heroic last stand. On a 2+, he fights you back. He fights you back.
Great. So 5s.
Then my Wolf Guard battle leader, who was too angry to die, remembers that he's dead.
And then you get to fight back with your 1 surviving guy.
1 Headtaker left. We're gonna try to execute the Master of Executions. Hitting on 3s, hit you once. We are going to do nothing to the Master of Executions. I have a Whirlwind, an Iron Priest, and a single Headtaker left. Fortunately, I think that's game. Good game.
The World Eaters are victorious.
I really enjoy the new World Eaters. I am a more defensive control player, and now the World Eaters are a board control army.
And I think your patience and your playstyle has won you this game.
What a bloody affair. Tak got to play with the new Space Wolves, and now he is probably thinking of how he can optimize their potential for next time. Jordan is very well practiced with his World Eaters, and it shows. What a wonderful show of their strengths and how to play them. I'm sure the God of Blood and Carnage is very pleased. A special thank you to our sponsor, Frontline Gaming, as well.
I want to thank Frontline for the incredible terrain that we play on, for the incredible mats that we play on, and for the events that we get to be a part of. Las Vegas Open coming up in October, and we're actually going to be there with a King of the Coliseum tournament on the Sunday, as well as a surprise. We're planning some extra stuff while we're down there.
We are so excited to be part of their events and hope to see you at the Las Vegas Open this October. Thank you so much for watching us, as it means so much. We have hit some incredible milestones, and it's all thanks to you. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how we're doing. If you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. That's it from us here, and until we see you next time in the far-flung future of a very grim and dark universe. Play on!